This is a 1 in 100 million sword, and today we are going to look at 10 items that are just as rare or even rarer. We start with the zenith sword from the game Terraria. If you want to obtain this sword, you need to collect 14 other swords that are quite difficult to obtain in the game. These swords are Cooper Short Sword, Starfree, Beekeeper, Enchanted Sword, Katana, Muramasa, Blade of Grass, Fury Great Sword, Knight's Edge, True Knight's Edge, True Excalibur, Terra Blade, Influx Waver, Star Red, and finally Meowmere. By collecting all these swords, you can acquire the zenith sword. The effort and grind required to collect the zenith are commendable, but by doing this grind, you are guaranteed to get the sword. Now let me tell you about a weapon that you are not guaranteed to get, and its creation will keep you waiting for weeks. The Yellowhorn rocket launcher from Destiny 2. When the game was first released, you could buy this rocket launcher from the traveling vendor named Zero. But if you missed buying it, it was almost impossible to get it as a random drop. There are two ways to obtain this item. It dropped from raid chest and weekly boss kills, and it was entirely dependent on random chance. Players who didn't own the Gjallarhorn were often excluded from raids, and it became legendary not just for its difficulty, but for the social pressure it created among players. Next game, Old School RuneScape. In this game, rarity means dropping pets, miniature versions of creatures, not just an item. The chance of obtaining this pet usually ranges from 1 in 100,000 up to 1 in 1 million. However, some boss pets exist that require players to spend thousands of hours grinding to get them. These items are so rare that they have become a symbol of wealth in the game. The drop rates in RuneScape push the limits of the grind. But next we have a Spectral Tiger mount from World of Warcraft, which required you to spend tens of thousands of dollars from your pocket to acquire it. This mount didn't actually drop from any mob in the game. The only way to obtain it was by using a code on an incredibly rare card that came out of World of Warcraft's trading card game packs. The probability of a pack containing this code card was 1 in 5,000. If that doesn't sound hard enough, remember that these WoW packs cost between $3 and $5. This means you had to spend an average of 20,000 just for a chance to pull this mount. Next up is an item that players spent years just trying to hear the name of the Tyrell's Might armor from Diablo 2. This armor was one of the rarest unique items in the game. Players had to kill thousands of monsters to get this armor, which dropped only from creatures like Mephisto and Baal. The drop chance was 1 in 100,000, but its real value came from this mathematical difficulty. Because of the game's item level system, this armor could only drop from the highest level monsters in the hardest, deepest, and most dangerous part of the map. If that wasn't hard enough, let me tell you about Invincible Rain's mount, which you can only attempt to get once per week. This is a ghostly horse that drops from the game's most iconic boss, the Lich King. This mount is a hunt that players attempt for years. Every single week, the drop chance is only 1%, or 1 in 100. This might sound easy, but since the boss that drops this mount can only be killed once a week, if you are lucky, you might get it in 100 weeks. But if you are unlucky, it can take much longer. Next, Gaster's Hidden Room in Undertale. This room is connected to the history of Vili Gaster, one of the game's most mysterious characters. To see this room, you need more than just finishing the game. There is a hidden random number running in the background of the game called fun value. For Gaster's room to be accessible, this value must hit 1 in 1,000. What makes this so difficult is that this fun value only changes when you reset the game. This means that to enter this room, you have to beat and restart the game until the fun value hits the correct number. Comment your next video idea below.